And now for the final anime that I will talk about for the spring anime season, because the summer anime season is already over and the fall anime season has already started at the time of recording. So here goes. Let's talk about Windbreaker. Now before we continue with the video, if you like anime and movie reviews, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Anyway, back to the video. So Windbreaker is an anime that aired during the spring anime season. Like, I know, about time, right, that I talked about it. And I don't know how many views this will get, but it is an anime that impressed me at the time that it aired, and I feel like it deserves its own video. Windbreaker follows the story of Haruka Sakura, who is someone who has been discriminated against his whole life because he looks different from other people, because he has black and white hair and he is heterochromic. So he has always been bullied, and this has made him have a need to build this strong exterior where he's not only learned to be emotionally strong and emotionally distant, but also to become physically strong and fight those that would want to physically bully him. And having had to fight his whole life, he tends to be really quick to anger and scrap with anyone he comes across. And this has made his dream for high school to go to this high school called Furin High School, because there is an infamous gang and his aim is to make it to the top of the gang, to be the gang leader, beat up all the strong guys and be the #1 strong guy. So once he arrives in the town where Furin is located, he finds out that they're not what he expected, because instead of being a gang of delinquents, they have changed to helping the townsfolk. And they've even changed their name from Furin to Bofurin, which translates to Windbreaker. So Sakura is taken aback because he is expecting this tough, thuggish, violent group that he has to fight to make it to the top of, but it turns out that this gang, under their new leader, has taken this different direction and is now beloved by the townspeople, and they are relied upon by the townspeople to protect them from any bad actors that may try to disrupt the peace. So in the first episode, Sakura protects this girl who's being harassed by a bunch of dudes together with the other members of Bofurin, and he earns the gratitude of the townsfolk, which he really doesn't know what to do with, because once again, his whole life he's been put down and bullied and discriminated against. So receiving affection is something he's really not used to. And that's why Sakura is a great character, because he starts out as this guy who is cold and distant, but he's actually just a tsundere. This dude is just a tsundere, and he needs to learn to accept love and support from the townsfolk and from the members of this gang. And also how to be a leader, because he still wants to be top, but now he's seeing a different way to be top. Because the leader, Umemiya, I think is his name. I can't remember names anymore. It's been too long since this anime aired. But yeah, he shows him a different path, because Umemiya is doing this because he wants to protect the good moments with his friends, whereas Sakura was initially just trying to be the strongest. And Sakura's growth throughout the series is a reflection of him coming to this understanding that he doesn't need to go it alone. He can rely on his friends. He can rely on this gang to help him out. Besides that, this anime also has a theme of confrontation, conflict, and masculinity, because the guys in this anime, while they are strong, they do not attempt to abuse their power. Because they are gang members, they're expected to be violent and brutal, but they are strong and they can be violent, but they are using their strength to protect these townspeople. And in the series, we have a juxtaposition to that, because there is another gang who behaves exactly like the gang that Sakura had in his head, who prioritizes strength and power, but they never take care of their own. And it's during this conflict between the two gangs that we see the different ideologies of each leader and how they express strength. One leader is just pure physical strength. Being able to beat up the next guy makes you strong. Beat up the strongest guy and you are the strongest. Whereas for the leader of Bofurin, his strength is being able to protect the things he loves. As for the animation, my god, did Cloverworks absolutely cook, because it looks beautiful. If you watch the trailer, it just looks beautiful. But also from the trailer, you can see that there is an incredible amount of love put into the fight scenes, because the fight scenes in this anime is some of the best hand-to-hand combat that I've seen in anime. And while the animation, themes, and story are great, there is one flaw, and it's more of a gripe than a genuine, like, real flaw, I guess, for some people. And for me, it's that the story just ends abruptly. Yes, there is a season 2 coming out, but season 1 ends at 13 episodes and it ends at the cusp of the next arc. So it feels very abrupt, the ending, but I'm still looking forward to the next season. Now what I see online is people comparing this with Tokyo Revengers, saying this is what Tokyo Revengers should have been, because this is how the MC in Tokyo Revengers should have been, but I feel like those people don't really get it. Takemichi in Tokyo Revengers was never meant to become physically strong. He is strong in spirit and will because he's willing to fight for the things that he wants to protect and change the future, even though it's gonna hurt him really, really badly. Whereas Sakura is very different. He is someone who's already very, very strong and he needs to learn how to open up to others. So you might have a preference for this compared to Tokyo Revengers, but you don't have to put that down to build this up. And I get it from an animation standpoint because the animation in Tokyo Revengers is mediocre. It's not even mediocre. It is like a PowerPoint presentation at times compared to the amazing animation in Windbreaker. But I feel like with Tokyo Revengers, the story itself is quite solid, or at least quite entertaining for me. And I get the same entertainment here. So if you're looking for a delinquent or gang anime to binge, it is available on Netflix. So why not try watching Windbreaker? Anyway, I give Windbreaker a 7.5 out of 10. So, have you seen Windbreaker? If you have, please let me know what you think in the comments. What is your favorite delinquent anime? Is it Tokyo Revengers? Is it Windbreaker? Was it Butchigiri that came out a few seasons ago? Anyway, let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next video.